Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to show you how I made this custom wooden railway Timothy. This was commissioned to me by Flying Skull Films and I based off my own Trackmaster Timothy. Some of the supplies you will need will depend on what you want your Timothy to look like. If you want yours to have long side tanks or be like Ryan, you can skip ahead to the painting stage. But if you want yours to be a bit more accurate, you can follow along with just how I did it. To make the tank shorter, you'll need something to cut it with. With my custom wooden railway Jinty, I used my Dremel. But with Timothy, I used a hacksaw and a vise. Other supplies include Milliput, Tamiya putty, super glue, sandpaper, primer, and of course a wooden railway Thomas. I started with separating the chassis from the body. I just went back and forth with a wide screwdriver. I marked down where to cut with a pencil. I cut a few millimeters away from the line just to be safe. I then go ahead and sand down the paint for a smooth surface. After the cutting, we're left off with the boiler being really jagged. I come along with my X-Acto knife and carve off the boiler. He's still left with uneven tanks. Let's get the Dremel out and cut to the line we drew earlier. The boiler and tanks are still a bit rough. I used Tamiya putty to smooth it over. Wait a few hours for the putty to dry, then it's time to sand. It's kinda tough because it's a small corner. I just cut and fold my sandpaper to get right in there. The boiler is done. You'll see some areas where I used Milliput to make it smooth. I sprayed him in primer to see where any areas needed correction. I then repaired the running board with some balsa wood. So, little reminder to be careful with the running board. I wasn't, and the front piece just snapped off. I'm happy with his shape, so let's spray him in primer and get on to the painting stage. His paint scheme is based off my own Trackmaster Timothy, but very simplified. And because it's a 2001 Thomas, I based off of that as well, given the Thomas doesn't have any boiler bands. When hand painting, I use acrylic paint. This color I'm using is called Granite Gray from Apple Barrel. As I said in the How to Make a Pug video, it's better to have few thin coats than one or two thick coats. This is one of the key elements to having a crisp custom. If it's not smooth, it won't look as good. Here's the part you've been waiting for, the stripes. I'm using a dark red Posca marker with a 1.3mm tip. As I always say, if you're gonna buy Posca markers, buy dark red, not the normal red, because the normal red is too light. When your markers get a bit worn, they'll get a bit uneven, so shit like this happens. It gets annoying. With all the painting done, it's time for a clear coat to protect the paint. I prefer using semi-gloss clear from Rust-Oleum, but if you're a beginner, I recommend using Mod Podge. Clear coating is a step that so many custom makers skip. Alright guys, I guess that's it. I hope you enjoy my tutorial on my wooden railway custom Timothy. I really like this guy and I hope you guys can take some inspiration from this and make your own custom Timothy. Make sure you leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you're interested in seeing more of my work. I do a lot of custom showcases, shorts, unboxings, and tutorials just like this video. I've got a Discord server with over 150 members, so go click the link below. Alright guys, that's it. See ya.
This is the hottest place in town.